Good morning. I am totally out of it. Here, let me set this. Hi, we're Mark and Mel. After raising 4 amazing daughters who are now raising our 12 grandchildren and helping people on land in the real estate business for over 30 years, we're now realizing our goal of a year-long adventure cruising America's Great Loop on our boat Paradise. This is a 6,000-mile journey through waterways that include the Atlantic and Gulf Intercoastal Waterways, Great Lakes, Canadian Heritage Canals, and inland rivers of America's Midwest cities. Join us as we navigate over 100 locks, explore cities large and small, and experience an unforgettable journey through America's Great Loop. Good morning. It is a beautiful morning. I think we're in the 40s and 50s down here at Paris Landing State Marina and Park, and it is gorgeous. We're in Tennessee, so we've come from Kentucky to Tennessee, and I haven't made a video. I mean, we've made video about where we were going through the lakes, and we went from the Ohio, then we crossed over the Barkley Dams, and off Barkley Lake we got to stay at Green Turtle Bay. But let me tell you, right before that, it was an insane couple of days and so rainy. It was like 2 nights of hell night anchored out on the Ohio. It was we had to anchor out because there's no marinas, so, and we just could only go so far because it was raining like crazy, and it was a north front that had moved in, this cold front, and so it was like 30 degrees and down in the 20s at night. So of course we were like bundled up in blankets, and the wind whipped up so much in the middle of the night that our anchor alarm kept going off. And you know, you'd see barges going by, you'd see these lights, and then you would see the light from your vantage point where you knew your buddy boat was over there, and then all of a sudden you saw the land, and then we swing back and you see your buddy boat, and then we see the land, and then we see our buddy boat, and then the anchor alarm would go off, and we'd be like 10-15 feet outside that radius again. So we kept getting up all night. We finally we were watching that thing. Nobody wanted to go out. It was freezing. We didn't want to get all wet again because we just got warmed up and dried off for the night. So we just kept watching to make sure we weren't going any further, and that it had got a good bite on that mud. But it was the movement of the current. We had anchored in the current, which was great. But the wind was so powerful, it moved us against that current. And yeah, so we are getting a bridle because we don't have a bridle, and we hope that will help to secure the anchor lower. But we got into Barkley Lake through that lock and dam right away, so that's good. We didn't have to wait. Some people, we were told, waited like 3 hours to get through that lock. We didn't have to wait. And then when we got to Green Turtle Bay, it was so calm. It was still cold, but it was really calm and starting to get sunny. So, you know, we woke up to ice on the ramps. They had salt all over, but it was so fun. We got to go see Patty's restaurant as Patty's Settlement. We got to take our time. I actually went to their wonderful sauna, and we got they had massages there, but you have to like book it a couple days in advance, and we were only staying a couple days, so I couldn't get a massage. But they were really good prices, very nice. Very sad for us that we couldn't get a massage, but I got a sauna. I stretched in there. I took a really long hot shower, and we got to celebrate like 3 loopers that had crossed their wake. So they'd made their whole year journey and crossed where they began, and that's what it's called, crossing your wake. And there were 3 of them, and so we got to celebrate. Everybody, they had little shot glasses of beer for everybody to celebrate, and it was just really nice to be able to have some downtime and to just be able to say hi to everybody, catch up, ask where they were going next, their different adventures, how they got down here the last couple days. So we decided when we would take another day to come to Paris Landing, we would stay here a couple days also. So originally we were going to pick up and leave the next day and go down further down the road. Go further down the river, not the road. I gotta get used to saying that. Further down the river to now we have passed from Kentucky to Tennessee. That's where my mom was born, is Tennessee. So I would love to go and see some things. And since we hit a log and our propeller got nicked, we are thinking we are going to get the propeller fixed. There is a shop that can do it, a marina shop that can do it, and it's a couple stops down the river though. So we have to stop, probably anchor out. There's a couple people here that we know and we've traveled with before, and they want to anchor at the same anchorage, which there is a marina there. It's Cuba Landing. And they have a marina there, but they also have a really nice area where you can anchor out. And since we're only staying one night, we think we might just anchor out there. It's just going to be a slow day today, maybe 6 hours, five hours maybe. And so it'll be nice and easy. And then we'll anchor out one more time. I'm not sure. I'll share where that anchorage is. But I think we'll anchor out one more time. And then we'll get down to Pickwick. And Pickwick Lake should be a really nice place to get off and get in the marina. And we'll find a marina there. And then actually I think he has found a good marina that is right near where we'll have the propeller fixed. And it's a good price. So we'll give you that name as soon as I get it from him, because he's been calling around, and they are really the best price, and they can get it done fast. It isn't a big nick, so it's not like it's destroying our engine, but we don't want it to get everything out of whack, and we don't want to push it. So we're going to get that replaced. Some of the loopers have that we were talking to last night did already. When they are at Green Turtle Bay, they took like a week and a half and took a side trip to Nashville through the Cumberland. So we didn't want to because it was so cold. We just were like, we just need some downtime. But we're thinking, because you got to anchor out on the way there too. So we're thinking, well, maybe since we're that close, I mean, it takes us a long time to travel on the riverways and the waterways and the lakes, but when you get a car, you can travel. It's just not that far away, maybe an hour away or 2 hours to some kind of historical site you want to see, or something like Nashville. So really we're a little further than it would be if we drove and got a car from Green Turtle Bay. But at this point we're, what, 30-40 miles down from the river, and we could get a car at the next marina down the river that we're going to stay at for a while, and we could go see Nashville. So I'm hoping that I can talk Mark into a side trip. Even if it's not the boat, we can take a car and go to Nashville while they're fixing the propellers. So we're just so close. I just think it would be a good thing to do, and it'd be totally worth it, and go see some other areas where my mom grew up and see some sights, and it would be really nice to visit that area a little bit longer, and because we've been on the go. We have not been able to just stop and really look around. Yesterday we were able to go and travel around on our bikes, and so we went from this marina to the beautiful park that is around this. This is a state park, and it is just beautiful. It's huge, and you can go, on the bike. It was pretty hilly, but when we went finally up the hill to see the view of some of the homes the view that those homes have is amazing. They see the whole waterway, and the lake. It's beautiful. We went a little further and we went to the Dewdrop Inn. So cute, and they had license plates from all over up there, and we got to meet the owners, and she showed us around. And that's just a real local place where local people came in. Lots of people utilize this area in the summer, and they have RV campsites and just different summer homes. And you can see where they keep their boats. Biked over to the lodge, and the lodge is not, I think it's pretty new, and it was gorgeous. Gigantic lodge overlooking the river and waterways, and it was just, we had dessert there. We had a really good lava cake, so we just wanted to take a little bit of the area in a little bit longer, and so it was a really nice visit in Paris Landing. Anyway, so everybody's like, let's get a leisurely start, let's not go out at sunrise. They're so ready to enjoy this weather that is now sunny, and the winds are very calm right now. We will share where we go next, which I believe will be Cuba Landing. We'll see whether we go to the marina or anchor out though. Tonight?
Not thinking about it, we are anchoring out tonight.
Okay. They said that Cuba Landing, right?
Cuba Landing. It's supposed to be a big cove with plenty of space for lots of boats, because I think at least half of those 8 boats up there are going there too. So
there's 8 boats up there? 8 loopers?
At least 6 anyway.
Wow.
I counted 8 earlier, so there's got to be some missing.
And that doesn't even count the 3 that are back there that said they're going to Cuba Landing.
I hear that's a big area, so we'll see.
Yeah. and there's a really tight curve to Pebble Isle Pebble Isle Marina, just for pump out and for diesel. But you can't take it too wide or you might land on some dirt. We're not anchored, but we got a good depth here and grabbed the end of this T-dock at Cuba Landing. So it's all good. We don't have to go down and find an anchorage at night, so we're good here.